closing the appointment on a future effective. Now, this closing tool is specifically for someone that has insurance and most likely just recently made their payment. So maybe they made a payment a couple days ago, or maybe a week ago, or even 2 weeks ago. So when you're closing the appointment, they're going to tell you, look, I just made a payment. Or look, I'm not ready, or I wouldn't be ready because my policy is still not due until 2 weeks or the end of the month. So I don't want to go and pay for 2 months. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the future effective concept, and you're going to emphasize on them not losing the days, and you're going to confirm and ask if they would be willing and able to make a payment ahead of time. So it's a good tool because a lot of customers are not going to commit simply because they feel they're going to lose the days that they've already paid. So, sir, I have great news for you. Now, don't worry. You already made a payment a couple days ago or last week. So that means you're covered until the end of the month. Well, let me just share something with you. Simply, this is a bargain, okay? So those rates that you're qualifying for, not almost no one qualifies for. So I'm actually excited. I'm motivated to get you into the office as soon as possible. And I want to encourage you to show up and transfer over your coverage because you're going to start saving. The sooner you do it, the more of a guarantee it is for you to actually take advantage of these rates. Now, I have great news for you. There's a future effective option that, let me explain exactly how that works, and then you could tell me if it's something, if an appointment for today or for the next couple of days will be beneficial for you. If not, don't worry. We'll set up an appointment maybe 5 days before your monthly payment. Now, this future effective, technically the way it works, we could just imagine, for the sake of the scenario, you show up today and you like everything and you want to take advantage of everything. You could actually process the information today. Of course, you would be required to make your monthly payment today, but we would make the policy future effective. So literally, it will start on the 29th. When your other policy ends, this policy will kick in. This policy would be effective when the other policy expires. So therefore, you don't have to worry about losing the money that you've already invested for the other policy. But then again, you don't take a risk of losing the promotions, losing this deal that I have for you. So technically, it's a win-win situation. You don't lose the days that you've already paid, but you don't lose a deal that I have available for you. So how does that sound? Would you be interested in setting up an appointment and interested in this future effective concept? Perfect. Now, another question for you. Would you be able to make those $90 to $100, which is technically what I have available for you, which you're going to save a lot of money? Would you have that available today? So at this point, you determine if they do, then you're going to ask them, would you be willing to make your payment ahead of time? So literally, instead of waiting until the 28th, you would make your payment today. And would you be willing to make the policy future effective so that it could start when the other policy expires? And then based on their answer, you either schedule them as soon as possible, today, tomorrow, or you set them up 5 days before their actual monthly payment. Now remember, since it's a future effective and you know they have coverage, you really have to ask them, can you make that approximate, the quote that you gave them, can you make a minimum of that payment? Because if they're not able to make that payment, then that means they won't be able to make a decision today, and then that means they won't be willing to set up the future effective policy. So once again, introduce the future effective, give them information, let them know that we're here to help them, let them know that they qualify for a bargain. You want them to take advantage of the options, and most importantly, you want them to take advantage of the new options without losing the days that they've already paid. Use this tool, future effective.